My name is Fatu Feu'u. I've been here in New Zealand for, can you believe it, it's 56 years or something like that. And I've been painting for the last 37, 38 years. Yeah, this painting is called Tui Papa. It's one of those imagery which I've been working on in the last 6-7 years. It's things to do with rainforest, with our what do you call climate change, and how our rainforest is so important. And also why it's called Tui Papa is Tui is a word in Samoa called the king. Papa is a rock or part of a forest in a way, and try to raise awareness about having people with the authority, happens to be the king or Samoa or New Zealand or Tonga or Fiji, that they got to care for their environment. You know, try to challenge them to have to take ownership and look after the environment. That's what I've been working on in the last about 6 years in a way, and this new abstract, even though they look very abstract to a lot of people, but to me it's not really that abstract in a way, because I've been using the motif that you can see, the big motif there, this ancestral spirit. I've been using that motif ever since I've been doing my art in the last 38 years in New Zealand. Yeah, and it's things to do about protection. You know, it's protection of yourself from your enemy, but it's more or less protection of yourself from all the other evils of our world, in terms of the spiritual protection that's supposed to give to all of us. Some more abstract here. I'm using the same motif again, just changing the coloration and having other sort of natural forms, that where there's things from the marine lives around us, or things to do with both the marine life as well as the forest. Just a change of pace with the environment things. This is a woodcut. This is based on some of my very big painting, the Greek painting I used to do. First started off. When was it now? My goodness, that's a long time ago. That was going back 87, 88. I started doing Greek painting, about 2 meters, 3 meters going up to 2 meters across. So I just taken some section of those painting to make this woodcut. I'm quite happy with it, because it sort of simplify the sort of things I used to do, but also simplify having the image of the mask, or the ancestral mask, and the two Frangipani, which happen to be the female form, and having the two fishes greeting each other. It's basically talking about peace and unity within building a family or community or village. Wow, and this abstract, I always like to do abstract. As a matter of fact, I was doing a lot of abstract before I did my first commercial show, 1983, in Mangere in Auckland. And I like abstract. It sort of related me, it sort of go back to time looking at things of in America as well as in Europe. It's got something about the instantaneous way of the thinking process of making an art, and putting that thinking directly onto the substrate, the paper or the canvas. And it's in immediate form, and it can actually give you a heck of a lot of beautiful surprises when you make your art. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I love Violetta Malo.
I started off doing a lot of artwork about tapa cloth, siapo Samoa, as well as tattoo, or the pea, or tatau, they call it in Samoa. And this is part of the image of a male tattoo. It's called Ethan. It's named after one of my young nephew. And the tattoo image itself, it can tell stories of how the ranking of Pacific people, Samoan people, in terms of the tattoo, the motif they have on their art. And also, it's a mark of of authority in terms of becoming a tula fale, or an orator, giving that authority to speak on behalf of the ali'i, or the arikinui in Samoa. And it's very important to have this piece of art. If people see this on a piece of paper, or on a canvas, or predominantly on the male body, and then they know they have that authority given to them to speak on behalf of their family, their village, their district. It's very important. It's like it's an iconic piece of art for Samoan people. I'm standing here next to my sculpture. It's called Kuakamua, meaning the leading cornwheat, or Kuaka in the Maori translation. And on their way back from the Northern Hemisphere, they come and they settle here in the Firth of Thames near Miranda. And it's a very famous place where all these spirits settle. And the way I depict this sculpture is the peak, instead of pointing upwards, is sort of coming down to rest on her chest or around the neck. The body also materialized or changed to a spiritual being, sort of part human, this like part a female form. And that's how I depicted this, because it's quite an important image, or the name Kuaka in Polynesian mythologies here with the Maori people, the Samoan and Hawaiian, because they come in the middle of the Pacific, straight here to Thames.